I dig the 90s. I was a 90s kid, so memorable that in fact I have 8 movie moments from the decade alone that stood out to me. I'm going to start off this list with 1990's Home Alone starring Macaulay Culkin, Joe Pesci, Daniel Stern, and so many more. There's one particular moment, and this is way after Kevin discovers he's home alone. His parents left him by accident at home. Fine with that. He's cool with that. He has a time of his life. Luckily, he doesn't know quite yet that the wet bandits are about to break into his house. Kevin just has a shower. He's, brushing his teeth, combing his hair. Then he puts some aftershave on his face, and he does that iconic scream. That scene alone, it lasted for a lifetime. Second on my list is from my favorite movie of all time, 1993's Jurassic Park, directed by Steven Spielberg. At the top of my head, there's one moment that really gets you going. And I'm not talking about the T-Rex intro. No, the first time our guests are on this island, John Hammond introduces himself, invites him to this island for a once-in-a-lifetime weekend opportunity to test out this park. And once they reach a certain point on the tour, Sam Neill's Alan Grant, he slowly turns his head, not knowing what to expect, and we feel that moment with him. And he turns to Laura Dern, and she gets the same reaction. A Brachiosaurus, a full-grown one. And that's really our introduction to what to expect from the film. Coming in the same year of 1993, I have Free Willy, very popular in the early 90s. It's about a kid who gets in trouble with the law, and he doesn't really have parental figures. He ends up with some foster parents, I guess. Gets put to work at a aquarium of sorts, starts to become friends with a whale. Not as iconic as Home Alone. 1995 gave us Clueless, a comedy that a lot of us weren't expecting, starring Alicia Silverstone, Paul Rudd, and many other young actors at that time. So if you don't know the movie Clueless, it is about a girl. She's a rich girl going to school in Beverly Hills or some town in LA. She gets into one tiny little argument in class, and her classmate responds by saying whatever, and that held on. That really transcended that movie, made it so popular and a trend to say whatever, and teens everywhere just got on board with it. Back to 1993's The Sandlot. This movie is a cult classic for many reasons. But I will say there's one moment that's now on shirts. It's about a group of kids who love baseball, love the game of baseball, play on the Sandlot every day. And one night they have a sleepover in a treehouse. One character is making s'mores. Another character has never had a s'more. And he's asking him, s'more what exactly? What are you offering? And the guy who's making s'mores says, "You're killing me, Smalls." And the rest is history. It's sort of an odd thing, but it caught on. 1995's Toy Story set the stage, set a standard for Pixar and Disney at the time. They gave us characters like Woody, Buzz. And Buzz has it in his head that he is a real space hero, but in fact he's not. In reality, he is a toy. He's always has been. His catchphrase is "to infinity and beyond." Woody and Buzz are iconic, but it's that phrase alone really made Buzz stand out the most. In 1997, we had Good Burger, based on some characters. Ed, who's this employee at this burger restaurant, who's zany as hell, and not very smart, not very wise, but somehow they took this project and made it to a full-length film starring Kenan Thompson and Kel Mitchell, best friends in real life. And there's one catchphrase from Ed the character played by Kel Mitchell is, as soon as a customer walks into this Good Burger restaurant, "Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger, can I take your order?" And that still resonates somewhere in time on the internet. Last on my list is 1999's The Matrix. So iconic, so memorable. We could talk about the ins and outs, famous lines in the movie, characters obviously, Keanu Reeves as Neo. But there's one particular moment in the third act. Lawrence Fishburne's character is kidnapped by these agents, and they start attacking Neo and another character, Trinity. And one scene where Neo dodges bullets, and the way that scene is shot makes the movie so compelling, so memorable. It's fantastic, and it just created a whole wave of like this one big trend. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you stick around for more content on my Patreon, exclusively here, not on my YouTube channel. Stay tuned for more content, guys. See you soon. Bye-bye.